Danny Morrison made my life hell from third grade through high school. Pushed me downstairs, flushed my head in toilets, convinced half the school I wet myself in seventh grade, and much more. After graduating high school, I thought I'd never see him again. But boy, I was wrong. Fast forward 15 years. I became the hiring manager at a mid-size accounting firm with decent salary and good title. And guess whose resume lands on my desk? Daniel Morrison. Same guy, just using his full name now instead of being known as the bully. His application was impressive, I'll give him that. MBA, solid experience, glowing references. But that photo? Same cruel smile I remembered from when he'd steal my lunch money. He didn't recognize me at first. I'd lost weight, contacts instead of glasses, grown a beard. I scheduled his interview for a Friday afternoon. Final candidate. Make or break moment for him because he'd been unemployed for 8 months, according to his cover letter. The interview starts normal. He's polished, professional, talking about synergy and all that corporate nonsense. Then I lean back in my chair and say, "So, Danny, do you remember Jefferson Elementary?" His face turns absolutely pale. He starts stuttering, trying to backtrack, claiming he was just a kid and people change. But I'm not done. I have his whole future sitting right there in my hands. I grilled him throughout the entire interview, made him explain every gap in his resume, questioned every accomplishment, challenged every answer. I could see him sweating through his suit. This was it. Payback for every wedgie, every humiliation. At the end, I stood up, shook his hand, and said we'd be in touch. He knew. We both knew he wasn't getting the job. But here's the thing. I found out he'd been laid off when his company downsized. His wife had just had their second kid. They were behind on their mortgage, facing foreclosure. His LinkedIn was full of these desperate posts about open to opportunities and willing to relocate. I realized I wasn't punishing Danny the bully anymore. I was destroying Daniel the father, Daniel the husband, trying to keep his family afloat. Monday morning, I called him back, offered him the position. He cried on the phone, actually cried, thanking me over and over. He's been with us 3 years now. Works harder than anyone, never misses his kids' school events, sends me a Christmas card every year. Good employee, good dad. Completely different person. Sometimes the best revenge is just letting people prove they've changed. Maybe I should have done exactly what I did.